All right, guys, Jake here. Welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. Here's what we got going on. It is currently Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. It is about 45 degrees out. It has rained for the past 2 days straight. It's supposed to continue raining for the next 2 to 3 days, potentially all week. It was 80 degrees and sunny for the past 2 weeks. We got a lot of work done doing side jobs and stuff. Little work done on the wood yard, but this weather is just not cooperating for the nice Memorial Day weekend. I was hoping to get a lot more work done than I have. So it is about 8 o'clock in the morning right now, and it's not raining. It's kind of like lightly drizzling, but we're gonna fire up the tractor that's in the Shelter Logic right there, and we're gonna try and cut down some more of those saplings and trees and stuff in the actual work area of the wood yard and chip them up. Because that excavator is going to be coming any day now, and we got to get as much of this area cleared out as possible. That way he has as much room to work as possible so that we have a functioning and working wood yard. So walking in the tent here, here's the tractor. We are going to fire this guy up. Wait for those glow plugs because it is so cold. All right, we'll let that warm up, then we're gonna head on down to the wood yard. Guys, we just got down here. Of course, it started raining harder now. You might be able to hear it. But let me show you what we got going on. Right out here in front of the tractor is where, I'm thinking this work area is going to be. We're going to try and clear out a lot of these smaller saplings that are up in here. Behind us is where we've already been working and have been clearing. So I'm going to cut in like a little path. I'll probably take down this little V thing here with the two broken tops. Cut that down, chuck it out of the way, and then pull the tractor up through there because that seems to be a little clear shot behind it. That way we can work on dropping these taller trees with all of the butts facing, or the tips facing this way and the butts facing that way. That way I can just set them right through the WoodMaxx MX-8800 PTO chipper. None of these are all that big in diameter, so it should be fine. If we do encounter some that are larger, we might throw them off to the side for firewood. So that's the plan. All right, guys, before we get started, I just want to take the time and say something I've been meaning to say for quite some time. But thank you to all the new subscribers that have been coming to the channel. I really appreciate it. We're trying to grow the channel and keep putting out videos with new content and stuff now that we're at this new property. So to any new subscribers, welcome. To all my old subscribers, thanks for your continued support and watching the channel and watching me futz around and learn how to do stuff out in the woods. I really appreciate it. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, share the videos with your friends who might like it too. That's enough of that. Today I'm going to be using the MS-201 TC topping saw. It's my saw of choice when I go and do these little saplings just because it's light, maneuverable, it's got plenty of power. I just put a fresh edge on it the other day, just gassed her and oiled her up, so we should be good to go. The rain of course, is coming down even harder now. Sarah was not happy that I was coming out in the rain to work, but I am just so antsy from sitting in the house all day yesterday. I couldn't stand to not do something productive this morning. So we're going to see how much we get done. We might have to have a little rain delay here and pick up once the weather calms down, if the winds pick up. But for now, we're going to get to work. All right, guys, we just finished up cutting down the first bit of trees here. Got some stumps behind us and stuff. I've just been fly chipping out, kind of spreading them out into this area over here. The rain's definitely picking up, but we got a couple more. You can see this one right there. It's a pretty big leaner. So we're gonna try and get that one down, maybe a couple more. It's Memorial Day weekend. To any veterans or actively serving, military, thank you for all that you do. Really appreciate it. Obviously, Memorial Day is to commemorate those who have fallen, so it gave the ultimate sacrifice. So obviously, really appreciate all of that and all of our armed forces out there keeping us safe. So anybody watching, thank you very much for your service. And we're gonna try and get a couple more trees down here. Well, it's not raining too bad, but pretty cold. I'm getting pretty wet, so miserable day, but just got to keep pushing on. All right, well, that was pretty good. Just dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, little trees, 2 bigger ones. Just wanted to show you something here. This tree is obviously really close to the tractor. It was kind of actually leaning like this way, but for those of you that don't know, you can steer a tree a little bit depending on how much it's leaning. So, I made my notch facing this way, even though the tree was leaning this way. And this is called the holding wood on your hinge, essentially. And you can see I cut a lot more on the left side than on the right side. And that kind of steers the tree. Depending on which way you want the tree to fall, if you leave more holding wood on one side versus the other, it'll hold on that way a lot longer as it's falling and your notch is closing on itself. So this tree, as you can see, laid down pretty much perfectly straight, parallel, in line with the tractor here. Even though it was leaning this way, I didn't have to get on the tractor and move it. So this is a cool little tip. Yeah, we're gonna fire back up the chipper, raise up those RPMs to 540, and we'll send these guys through, but it's already starting to look more open in here. We'll have to drop this oak spar at some point. It's pretty rotten at the base, but who knows, there might be some good wood in there. It's a nice diameter. Maybe we can get some firewood out of it. Anyway, keep on trucking. Alright guys, I don't know if you can hear, but it is raining harder. It has not stopped or let up. It's gotten worse. I am pretty soaked. Let's see here. But we got a lot done. We, took down a bunch of little smaller trees here, opened it up a bunch. Let me flip around the camera and I will show you where we started and show you where we ended up. So hopefully you can tell, and that work did not just go for nothing, but I think you should be able to tell. We started, with these trees right here, these first couple, kind of in line with this boulder, and now we're probably about 50 feet farther back. Starting to open up pretty good, letting plenty of rain through, that's for sure. But, we cleared out a lot of these smaller underbrush trees. These two that are left here standing, I will be taking down, but I did not bring my hard hat home this weekend for the long weekend. Was hoping that the weather was going to change. Sarah and I be able to go out on the boat with Louie and our families and stuff for Memorial Day, but no such luck. So I don't really feel comfortable, although I'm sure I could get them down, no problem. I don't feel comfortable doing it without my hard hat. These little small saplings are a different story. You just push them, but you never know what's caught up in the tops of those or what might happen with the extra water weight. So we will save them for another day. But it's starting to look pretty good out here. All this stuff that's just like kind of on the ground, well, this is going to be a firewood pole. I think I saved, 2 firewood poles. But all this rotten stuff, when he comes in with the excavator, it's not really worth my time to send it through the chipper because it could potentially get clogged and dull the blades and stuff. So when he comes in with the excavator, he's going to be rooting in here anyway, moving all this stuff around. So he will just pile it all up and bury it, or we'll truck it out, one or the other. But that's why I'm not really cleaning up the forest floor, so to speak, except for, newer fallen sticks that I can actually chip. We're definitely going to have to get the bigger chipper in here for this big oak that cracked out. You can see right there, there's a whole spar, and the whole tree just ripped off. So we're gonna have to get that cleaned up at some point to keep pushing back. But I mean, as of right now, this area is starting to look pretty big and get pretty open. It'll be a whole nother project some other time way down the road to actually prune out all the dead out of these big trees over the road and stuff, and maybe thin them out to get some more light back here. But just getting all this little stuff out of here is a great start. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, I just tripped on a rock. Can't say enough good things about the WoodMaxx MX-8800. You know, it has its moments where it's a little annoying. You gotta, you know, trim the branches and stuff, but overall, it is a great unit that just makes great wood chips. I'm so glad I bought it. I actually bought that before I picked up the tractor, because the lead time on it at that point was like 4 weeks. I think now, be lucky if it was like 4 months. So they are selling like hotcakes. Definitely recommend this chipper. This is the 8-inch one. They do make a 9-inch one and some that are smaller. Check them out at, I believe it's just WoodMaxx Power or woodmaxx.com or something. Type it into Google. There's also a link down in the description for most of the equipment that I have and use here on a day-to-day basis. But I am rambling. Memorial Day weekend. Thanks to all those that have served, currently serving, fallen heroes. Really appreciate all you guys. And that's pretty much it. Hit that like button if you like the video. Share it with friends if they're into this kind of stuff too. Let's grow the channel, make it a little bit bigger. Comment down below, questions, comments, feedback. Want to say hi, I'd appreciate it. Till next time, thanks so much for watching. I'm Jake, this is Dude Ranch DIY. We'll see you on the next one.